Hey y'all. Hey. Welcome to my Toot Talk. Y'all, today we are talking about doing it scared. Come on in the room. Come in the room. Now I'm always very real with y'all, very honest, because I feel like that's just the purpose of my platform. So I wanna share with you guys a piece of my testimony of one of the many instances of doing it scared and how God really is turning it around and just using it, for my good, because we're still in it. We're still in it. So here we go. Let's get into it.
I've been the fuck up in that drip, drip. I've been the fuck up in that.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
So May of 2021, I moved from Nashville to Atlanta. Now, prior to, I never cared to move to Atlanta. So I knew that God had placed that in my spirit because I was like, I don't care to go there. And how you know it's God sometimes is something you don't want to do. And I had been praying and fasting, and again, he just placed it on my spirit. And so my cousin, who stays here, was like, you can stay on my couch till you figure it out. And I put my stuff in the storage, and I got on down, and even though somebody opens up their couch to you, you don't want to be like an inconvenience. And, you're just chilling. Like, because really figuring it out, some days you really like, I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm just trying to figure it out. And so I would stay at other people's houses, or if I was talking to a dude at the time, it's like. But anyway, past life. But for real. And at that time, I'm like, whatever gig open up, let's do it. So I was getting a lot of gigs out of town. So at this point, I'm just traveling and just wherever I can get it in, I'm getting it in. And eventually time is rolling, y'all. And I'm like, okay, God, what's the plan? Because if you put me here in Atlanta, I'm thinking something big finna happen because I'm in the place that you put me. And I think that's what we think of, like, well, if I go there, if I do this, is it gonna work? And you think of this instantaneous like pop or this instantaneous success that looks a certain way, and we gotta start removing that box. When we talk about success and is it gonna work, I think you need to have your own definition of that, because not everybody who moves to another city or starts a new business venture, not always does it pop immediately, but you need to stand firm on, if God told you to do that thing, that you're gonna do it and see it through. Because to me, at this point, me waking up doing what I want to do every day, me having food on the table, clothes on my back, and a roof over my head, me having very beneficial relationships and connections to people, build, like, all of these things to me is defined as it's working. New opportunities coming to me. It's working. Me waking up doing what I want to do every day is success. I slave for no man, but Jesus, humble servant, yeah, for sure. But as far as human, absolutely not. That is success. People are dying every day hating what they do. And I love my life. Struggles and all. I'm packing up to move now. I'm packing up to move to a temporary spot. Until God moves me somewhere else. And it's like, okay, God, where are we going? But we're walking hand in hand. And so I think redefine what your success, or is it work? Redefine that, because it don't look the same for everybody. But anyway, back to the testimony. So I moved here. I'm traveling. Crack. time is rolling, and I'm like, oh, I need some money. Like, I can't hold on to no money because I'm always traveling. So I go home. I go home for a temporary, I go home for 3 months. And I'm like, all right, I can stack some money. This is my goal. I make a little plan. I'm like, all right, God, like, what's up? We get a plan popping. I go work at Amazon overnight so that I can stack up 6 months worth of rent. 3 months of work for 6 months worth of rent. And at that time, I'm like, okay, well, I still, like, dance is I just love it so much. So I'm like, I gotta dance and I gotta get back. Because at this point, I done worked concerts. I done did Millennium Tour, couple shows. I done did Kanye West. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. And so I'm like, let me put my people on, per use. You know, the use. And and so that's where Star Power was birthed. Like, that temporary downgrade birthed a whole new business venture for me, which 2 years later, we've did 3 cities. We're on season 6, you know, like 3-4 different shows, like seasons. Bruh, get your passport. It's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that season not only prepared me for Atlanta, but it birthed something that I feel like I wouldn't have done if I had not been okay with a temporary downgrade, with a temporary jump of faith, with the leap of faith. To me, I feel like I didn't really hit a good momentum because I took 2 years building Star Power, you know, still traveling, still dancing. But as far as focused on me, that wasn't until 2023, you know, like Booker 112 and Carrie Hilson and all these other artists, doing my own artist promotion. And y'all, give it time. Give it time. Look, you got to plant the seed. You got to water it. You got to give it time. And you can't always tell the sky when it's going to rain. You can't tell God when, okay, make the sun shine so that this seed can grow. You got to just keep planting. You got to keep planting and keep doing what he said, which sometimes mean that, all right, God, I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to keep putting it in the ground. I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to keep, you know, like I'm going to stay at your feet because you are faithful, because you are a man of your word, because you keep your promises, because you've never left me nor forsaken me. Like, so at this point where I got to take this temporary downgrade or whatever, baby, to go from Sandy Springs to the ghetto, ooh, come on, God. Come on, God, but I know you're doing something. I know you're doing something. So I could see it as, oh no, I'm failing, I'm doing this, or power of choice. I'm like, I could pay $1,500 a month for an apartment in Atlanta, or I could take this temporary downgrade, just make sure I have shelter and you know, rent this spot, become free of debt, because that's one of my biggest goals, is I want to be free of debt, like, period. And also I want to keep traveling and dancing. November and December, y'all, I can count on my hands how many times I stayed in my house. Like, so it's just about, do you want to keep up with the Joneses or do you have your own goals? And I'm open to how God is going to use this, because I'm like, I don't know if a tour is going to come up. I don't know if a residency is going to come up. I don't know, but I'm making room and I'm okay. As long as, like, I'm not in a dangerous situation or I'm settling, I dare not settle. Not when I've seen glimpses of where he could really take me. So if you are in a situation or in a season where, like, this place no longer serves me, or these people no longer serve me, but this is where I'm comfortable, this is, like, y'all, be obedient, because God will not fail you. He will not fail you. Change the way you think about the situation, change your perspective, and be open. Make room for him to blow your mind, because that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm like, guys, you can have your way. And that's scary, because you don't know if it's always going to be a mountaintop or a valley. But either way, I know that he's walking with me, and he's walking with you, and he's faithful. Hear me when I say, trust him, try him. He will not fail you. Jesus loves you even more and wants to have a relationship with you. That's the only way you can really jump and feel like it's gonna work. Whatever it is, it's gonna work. So build that relationship and get my book, Built Different. It'll help you too. I love